Today, I want to talk about my thoughts on the Steam Early Access that's coming up on December 11th. So, first, I want to say if you're considering jumping into Ashes of Creation during the December Early Access on the 11th, definitely subscribe to the channel as I plan to continue covering upcoming development and continue releasing updated guides as we go along here. If you have not created a free account yet, you can do me a solid by using my referral code in the description when you do sign up. And also, having a fun, active group of players is absolutely key to enjoying Ashes of Creation. So also check out discord.gg/the Federation today. Federation, playing with them for a year. Awesome group, casual, hardcore. They got a spot for you. Okay, let's get into it. So the elephant in the room here, a lot of people are worried about early access on Steam on the 11th being way too soon. And that lower barrier to entry of $50 or catching it for $42 on sale is going to be tempting to an entirely different crowd of people who are going to have wildly different expectations on what early access means. They're thinking potentially, oh, it's close to release, and then they'll jump in, go, where's all the content? Oh, this is broken, and then leave negative reviews and review bomb the game and then never come back to check it out again. That's the worry, that's the concern. I think, well, actually, I don't think, I know that Steven and the team at Intrepid is aware of this, and based on the last dev stream, they're aware of it and leaning into it. They're intentionally leaning into wanting to get feedback from this new group, this new infused group from the Steam Early Access. So that's the big issue, and that's like a little counterpoint from Intrepid themselves. So next, I want to cover why I'm actually hopeful based on my own observations and actively playing and participating in the recent PTR rounds. The number one thing for me on the public test realm was how quickly they were able to iterate and implement things and change things and tweak things around the new player experience. I can't show the footage because there's still a visual NDA for anything on the PTR, even though we're this close, but the level 1 to 10 experience feels really good to me. Some things that stood out that made it feel good to me was they redid the initial quest chain, the starter quest flow. It's subtle changes. It's not some like completely different experience, but just the path that they take you on is easier to follow. It makes a little bit more sense. You get a mount right away. They decoupled that from the gathering and crafting sweat of your brow quest, which I thought was good. So people can choose to go engage with that later if they want to, or start that right away as well. There's starter gear from quests. They drop off enemies that you might fight, and you can earn some from the Destiny board. You're going to go, what the heck is that? If you've already played, I'll cover that in a second. But I think this is important to give people that initial sense of progression, like, oh, this thing dropped, I can put that on. Oh, awesome, I got a weapon, I can equip that instead. Oh man, I got another upgrade. I think you can do that and give basic quality stuff that feels good to get without hurting the mission of the best stuff comes from crafters. I think there was a time during alpha where it was too easy to ignore the gathering and crafting and get geared up. I think the pendulum went way too far in the other direction of, you get nothing unless it's crafted. So I think this is a really, really good, I'm not going to call it a midpoint because the starter gear isn't good, but you don't know that when you're starting, and it feels a lot better than getting nothing at all. So I mentioned something called the Destiny board, and if you haven't been on the PTR, you're probably like, what on earth is that? And this is something new that they added. It's a new menu that pops up a board that has different little like emblems on it. And when you click on them, it's different simple little things like sell glint to a vendor, use a ration to recover your health, Just even tiny things like that. And what this is really doing is giving little incentives in the form of guidance through features and systems in the game. And as you accomplish these, and then you go into the board and you click on the accomplishments, you can claim little rewards. And it might just be little bits of bonus experience, but as you do things that are a little bit bigger, like reach level 5 or kill so many enemies or complete so many quests, you will get starting gear rewards as well. So that's just another way to guide new players through the features and systems and make them feel accomplished and rewarded as they're getting started out. So I think this new starting experience, based on my interaction with it, is enough of a hook to get people into the game and wanting to see more. I think it will keep them in game and engaged enough to the point where they've had interactions with other players and are likely looking to join a guild and get more plugged in and wanting to see what else the game has to offer. I also think the Harbingers content will be enough to give veteran players something new to engage with outside of the other systems that they've already been engaging with. And I don't want to spend a bunch of detail recapping that entire dev stream that was done, over a month ago now. But the gist of it is corruption popping up in different parts of the world and players having to decide to go and address that. And that spawning different events that require multiple people. And the way they're making it sound is this is going to be happening in multiple locations, and you might have to make a choice and let one place slip and work on securing and defending the other, and all kinds of cool stuff around like world bosses. I think that system is going to be really fun for the veteran players, and it introduces for the first time the true antagonist of the story behind the game in the form of what are known as the Ancients. So that's kind of cool too. The combination of the attention given to the new player experience revamp and the upcoming Harbingers update, these two things together not only give me hope, but evidence that Intrepid is able to execute when it comes to content. So I don't think that it's going to be some perfect early access launch with 0 issues and 100% positive reviews. But I don't think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty hopeful that it's going to be a lot better than most people are worried about. And we're going to see the community grow and have more stuff to do together. And we're going to see that content cadence and iteration continue to ramp up as we move from alpha on that march to beta. So I'm super excited, super curious to hear what you guys think, positive, negative, hopefully constructive regardless. And let's continue the conversation in the comments. Till the next one, peace.